Well, good morning. Welcome to the homestead. Well, we're back on the working on the cat aviary. So I'm going to cut some more of those little corner supports that I put in the corners of that real thin wood. That's just like 1 by 2, which is actually like 3/4 by 1.5 inches or 1 3/4. Strong enough to hold the chicken wire, not a problem. But when you start moving it around, the wood is soft. It is pine. So the screws will pull out, that kind of stuff. So if you remember, if you saw it, anyway, I put little blocks of plywood, or not plywood, but pallet wood, in everywhere there's a joint, and then added about 4 screws to each one of those. That made the corners firmer and hold together better. And it's just better in the long run. Anyway, I've got to make some more of those little blocks right now, or cut some more, and then we'll get on to putting more stuff together. Yay! Okay, that ought to get me going for a while. On to the rest of it.
I think I forgot to push record. That's kind of silly. I don't know why, unless there's something else going on, but I heard a beep beep on this camera and it flashed. So here's the deal. In case I did forget, what I've decided to do is to take the wood ash that I've collected from the burn piles and bone meal and sprinkle that around the tomatoes, then add more dirt to try to promote new root growth from the upper part of the stem in case I have caused root rot at the bottom. Then maybe the plant will survive. It does have new growth since I stopped watering it at the top of them. I see these little teeny tiny bugs climbing around the edge of that. Here I have an organic blend of hydrogen peroxide, neem oil, laundry soap, not laundry soap, dish soap, and water, I think. I'm going to spray it. Okay, if they don't survive, they got tomatoes on them. I'll take those tomatoes and start over. No big deal. My squash over here is starting to recover and it's starting to grow. They're still having a difficult time, but let me show you. See, this guy's gotten pretty tall. Those guys have new leaves and they're greening up. They're not as yellow. So as you can see, one or two of them are trying real hard to come back with the squash and zucchini, but I'm going to just replant. Pull, replant. If you remember right what those zucchinis look like and the reason why I've chosen to get rid of them. Okay, first things first, let's pull these out. Say goodbye. Okay, I only have 4 going in this pot now instead of the 5 I had. So I went ahead and I pulled all the stakes so I can resituate the plants according to 4, not 5. Okay, I'm starting completely over, so I'm going to go get some nutrients that are going to help the baby squash as they start to seed and grow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these little cups by digging down. So I'm only going to do it with 2 of them. The other 2 I'm going to plant directly into the ground. We're going to see which one works better. Okay, now we wait, and I do the other bed. You can see the wetness of this soil. Yeah, I just watered them way too much. The top is dry, as you can see. The top's dry and crumbly, so I just assumed it needed watering, but forgetting that these are self-watering beds and the water's coming up from the bottom. Anyway, live and learn. Okay, I'll top it off with water and try to keep those seeds moist while they're little babies. And I think the cup idea might be good because it can keep it moisture in the contained area, and the seeds not so much. We'll put the stakes out when they start getting bigger, and we will figure out how to stake them. I think I'm going to change my idea on the staking position anyway, so this works fine. And what else? Well, we got to get outside. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I got to get that stuff planted tonight.
Okay, I put that one upside down. I got to fix it. Just take me a second.
Okay, as you see, I lowered the tomatoes to the ground, but put the wood underneath it. I think it might work. I put the marigold pots around it. Some of the marigold pots are all broken. The reason is that I had them at my daughter's house and grandson weed eat it around but never moved the pot. So anyway, they got holes in the side, but they're still okay. They'll do the job.
Okay, well, as you can see behind me, it's coming along. Not too bad. I think it's going to be sturdy enough for the chicken wire and the roof, which is nothing more than a plastic, I don't know, plastic mesh. It's made for the roofs of like chicken coops, that kind of stuff, to keep the birds out. And it also does a little bit as far as diffusing the sun. So we'll have to see how that goes. But first of all, we got to get the chicken wire around it. It's going a lot slower than I would have figured, but maybe I'm just being a little bit too picky, a little too particular. But that's okay. Maybe it'll hold together better if I'm a little particular. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay, that's all the zucchini planted. I did the same thing that I did inside, outside, so we could do a comparison on how well that works. It's getting late, we got to get to town, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get those little seedlings planted today. I guess I'm going to have to do it in the rain tomorrow. You know, sometimes they say it's going to rain, and it does not rain, so we can't really depend on that. One thing I do have to do is cover up those potato plants with that netting, because when Lee raised the bar, my net doesn't touch, and there's too many little grasshoppers around, so I can't let that go. I'm gonna have to get it covered, even though it's not gonna be permanently covered the way it's gonna be covered when I get to it. If you understood that. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless y'all.
Okay, there you go. Got a pretty good section done. I'm out of material. Not materials, I have wood, but I don't have the screws I need. I used them all up. So I need to get some more of those. I also need to pick up another cattle panel to finish up the garden area. All that I have to get the materials tonight so I can finish those up. There's not enough time for me to go get the materials and come back and finish anything. So this is going to be it. All for today. Now it's supposed to rain tomorrow. We'll have to see how that goes, but I can work in the rain. I can sing in the rain. Anyway, we appreciate you watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time here on the homestead. See you later.